Organisations are operating with increasingly dispersed workforces globally, and that's set against a backdrop of political instability, natural disasters and everyday incidents. There's an increasing awareness amongst organisations that they have a responsibility for the safety of their people around the world.
Duty of care asks, to what extent does the employer have a legal or ethical obligation to prevent what happened? And could the employer have prevented what happened by having the appropriate policies in place?
There are a number of variables that employers do need to consider. For example, do they treat their locally employed staff the same as they treat their business travellers? Are they responsible for their staff 24 hours a day or just during normal work hours? Are they responsible for their dependents or just the employee?
Duty of care will have particular implications for employees who travel abroad, especially perhaps to countries like Brazil or India, Mexico, Nigeria, where the emerging economies are quite strong and companies have to be based there. However, the corresponding threats may also be higher than they are in employees' home countries.
We commissioned this report because we recognise from speaking to our customers and prospects that there's great uncertainty about what their responsibilities are to their employees. The report also looks at the issue of the rights to privacy of the employee. The issue around rights to privacy is being hotly debated globally at the moment because the legislation is extremely unclear. The US's approach to privacy is far more liberal, for example, than that in Europe.
The right to privacy has been around since the 1890s, but interest in this field has grown exponentially in recent years with the emergence of new digital technologies, especially tracking systems.
For the first time, technology is actually taking the physical location of an employee, and it begs the question, when can the employer have the right to use that information for duty of care, and how should that be used? In considering technology, the key issue for employers is to ensure that it's acceptable to employees and it isn't actually encroaching on their privacy.
Companies must be proactive in educating themselves as to their privacy obligations towards their employees.
Our recommendation is that employers make informed decisions. They need to be aware of the technologies that are available to help them with duty of care. They need to be aware of what the legislation is, and although it's uncertain, they need to take their stance that they think is appropriate. Track24 are helping inform employers about what technologies are available and also what solutions they can deploy that are sympathetic to employees' rights to privacy, whilst at the same time helping employers satisfy their duty of care obligations.